Hey guys, we think about temptations and we think about, oh yeah, those kill self-esteem. Those really, really do. You know what? They shouldn't. This was something I had to really work through. When I first got into ministry, I was pretty horrified that I was still tempted by a lot of stuff. And so because of that, I felt really like, man, what is wrong with me? I'm tempted. I got all this stuff going on. And the reality is I felt like because I was tempted, I was violating God. You know that's not biblical? There's no basis for that. Actually, quite the opposite. In Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 and 15, it actually says there, talking about Jesus Christ, for we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in every way like we are, yet without sin. So it said Jesus Christ was tempted in all these ways, but he didn't sin because temptation in and of itself is not sin. Matter of fact, I even thought a little deeper about that. I remember when I was coming to this realization, I started realizing that someone who is actually tempted by something and chooses to obey God, they're the ones that get credit, not if you're just never tempted. Let me illustrate that. When I was growing up, I've really never interacted at all with alcohol. I've never been involved with that. I've never done any of that. So the reality is that when I walk by a bar like that, it doesn't affect me at all. Not tempted by that at all. But I'm well aware that for some of you here at the different locations or whatever, you've had struggles with alcohol at different times. All right, some are recovering alcoholics. And so the reality is you walk by that same bar and your mouth starts salivating a little bit. Right? You water a little bit. You kind of look at that and you think about that. Do you realize that if you see that and choose that, you know, I've got this problem and I'm not going to get drunk, I'm not going to do that, you're the one that gets credit with God, not me. I don't get any credit. I have no temptation with that. And I know what you're thinking. I see what you're saying, Pastor David. We need to spend more time in bars. Not trying to go there, all right? Because you got a couple things there. 1 Thessalonians 5:22 says, avoid even the appearance of evil. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 17 says, the highway of the righteous avoids wickedness. He who guards his way guards his life. But what I am saying is this. Guys, we shouldn't let temptation hurt our self-esteem. We're all going to be tempted with different stuff. The reality is when we are tempted and we succeed, we get to be heroic in what we've done.